This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
But man, we are excited about this one. You said it, one of your favorite opponents, one of your best opponents, AJ Styles. I'm pretty confident in saying that, man, when you joined TNA, was that the first time you had heard anything about AJ Styles?
Well, I heard rumblings of him from WWE when I was up there, and him and Samoa Joe are making some noise in TNA. You couldn't ignore it because the dirt sheets were all over it. And they were most of the time in the X division. They really made the X division mean something in TNA, Joe and AJ. And seeing AJ, I had to go on YouTube and watch him wrestle. I was like, holy crap, this kid has it all. I mean, this kid is amazing in the ring, incredible high flyer, great technician, has all the tools. I couldn't wait to work with him.
Yeah, you said it. He was definitely one of the top guys in TNA, and his reputation was one of the best wrestlers. But the knock on him, Kurt, was that he was an X Division guy and with no character. So when you first meet AJ and you see his work in person on TV, are you thinking that that's a fair assessment of him?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, when I started there, immediately after, AJ started doing this Prince AJ gimmick. And he showed a lot of character with that, a lot of personality. And, he was an X Division guy, but I knew that someday he was going to be a world heavyweight champion. There was no doubt about it. He wasn't just an X Division guy. He was something really special.
All right, so let's get into the meat of this, Kurt. You go to TNA, you show up, AJ's there, you get to meet him for the first time. Does he have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, like, oh, here comes another WWE star, thinks he's joining TNA, or was he arms extended? The great Kurt Angle, I can't wait to work with you. I'm so excited. What was it like with you two's first interaction, getting to know each other?
Well, he wasn't either. He wasn't brushing me off or kissing my ass, but he did come up to me and introduce himself. He had a lot of respect for me. I had respect for him. The feeling was mutual, and we just hit it off from the beginning.
You hit it off. How could you not? The guy seems, again, as a fan, from a fan's perspective, just like an all-around great guy. We already know what he can do in the ring. Seems like a family man, and just seems like, he's one of those guys that has his act together and a first-class guy. What was your first impression of him in the ring as you saw him starting to work? Not just from what you heard, but now you're seeing him live in the ring.
Oh, gosh, one word to describe him. He already says it. Phenomenal. He's just phenomenal. What the kid can do in that ring is nothing short of amazing. He's always been talented since the beginning of his career. What the stuff he does in his repertoire is truly amazing. And he makes it work for anybody, not just the X division, but the heavyweight division. He's able to mix it in whatever division he's in. He's incredible.
So I'm curious, the first time you work with AJ, trying to put a match together with him when you first get into TNA, was he easy to work with? Did you lead? Did he want to learn? A lot of people, like to say on the internet, certain wrestlers want to get their shit in. Talk to us about working with AJ, putting a match together, and how he was to interact with and kind of put that all together.
AJ was very innovative. Yeah, he had a very great knack of putting together matches, making it make sense. He never wanted to get his shit in. He used his trademark moves quite a bit, but he made sure it made sense for the match. Psychology was the most important thing to him, and that's what I respected the most about AJ. He never wanted to just get his shit in. He wanted it to make sense.
So you can already tell
smart worker.
He's smart. That's exactly what I was going with it. At a younger age, he's already very intelligent about how to handle himself in the business.
Without a doubt, you're right.
Yeah. You work with AJ for the first time, and we've covered this match. It's in the archives, and it's a tag match. It's AJ, and he teams with Samoa Joe. There you go. They're your top two guys right there in TNA, and it's you and Rhino. You have to be. Are you blown away at this point by AJ already in this tag match?
Yeah. He was so much fun to work with. The incredible thing about AJ is when you're in the ring with him, you don't have to do anything. He does all the work for you. He flies around, he bumps and feeds for you. All you have to do is catch him, and you're guaranteed a 5-star match regardless. So, AJ was so easy to work with. You didn't have to do a lot. You didn't have to expend a lot of energy. he did it all for you.
This is as good a time to bring it up now, Kurt, but Undertaker recently said, I guess it was around WrestleMania weekend, that AJ Styles was the second coming of Shawn Michaels. And it sounds just like what you explained.
That's right. But remember, I was the first to say it.
But there you go.
Undertaker was second.
Yeah, but he's dead on, isn't he? Dead on accurate.
Yes, he's absolutely right. Shawn and AJ, they have so many identical ways about them, especially their in-ring performances, their athleticism, the way they were showmen, very identical styles.
Yeah, when you talk about in-ring performers, those two have got to be at the top of any wrestling list when it comes
of the guys I worked. I would say that AJ, Shawn Michaels, and Chris Benoit are my three favorite to work with.
Yeah,
and Eddie Guerrero's in there too.
Eddie Guerrero, my goodness, what a list that is. Yeah. Holy smokes, those are some top guys. And when you mix in a Kurt Angle with all those guys, we're talking just sit down, get your popcorn, and fill your day up with some classic wrestling.
How about a 5-way between the five of us?
Woo! Throw them all in a chamber. I don't know, something. We don't even need that gimmick. Let's just have a wrestling tournament. That would be fantastic.
You're right, Paul.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.